Hey everybody, we're here with a twist this time.
Oh.
I'm FrostMist,
Yes, and I'm the Yammark.
and we're here with some more WWE talk.
Yes. And now we're gonna sum up some pay-per-view stuff and some other stuff that's
Exactly.
been happening afterwards.
We'll start with our take on the whole payback situation, pay-per-view.
It was definitely Payback.
Exactly.
Yeah. And first thing was, of course, again, midget wrestling.
Yep, still blaming Hulk Hogan for that.
Yes.
Was a mask versus hair match.
Which was interesting, by the way. I thought it was interesting to see what happened, but yeah.
Not my cup of tea.
Well, the outcome was pretty obvious.
Yep. I did like the part where Hornswoggle actually ripped off the mask and he had another mask underneath.
Yeah.
That was kind of comical, but other than that...
it's a bit stupid as well, because, you know, it's like Kane taking off his mask and being Kane with mask underneath.
Yep, that doesn't work. Yeah.
So when Kane unmasked, he became another person. That was awesome.
Mm-hmm. But it ended with El Torito winning and Hornswoggle getting a shave.
Yeah, which was not really...
You do not want to see that, trust me.
Well, you've probably already seen it, though.
Exactly. Yeah. But if you haven't, don't watch the pre-show.
No. If you don't want to see it.
Exactly. The next match was Sheamus versus Cesaro.
Yeah.
It was for the WWE United States Championship.
Yeah. And who became the champion?
Well, nobody became the champion.
Well,
the champion retained.
It's because of that, Who became the champion? He retained the championship.
Exactly.
Sheamus is still the champion.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, I'm A-okay with that. Cesaro is...
Well,
Cesaro.
Cesaro is Cesaro. He's got some interesting stuff, but is not my kind of wrestler at the moment.
No. So we're happy with the outcome.
Of course.
And we'll just go quick over to the next one, which is Ryback versus Cody Rhodes and Goldust.
Mm-hmm.
And
it was a quite short match. It was only
pretty
about
short
8
match.
minutes long.
Yeah.
Ryback defeated Cody Rhodes and Goldust.
Yeah. I'm almost on the verge of saying Cody is about to take some time off because of what's happened.
Yeah, Cody is trying to find Goldust another tag team partner because he feels he's putting Goldust in a slump.
Yeah. I thought it was Goldust who was going back to being backstage. But,
yeah, I thought so as well, but...
but apparently Cody Rhodes goes, you need a better tag team partner, and then walks off. And you see the face of Goldust, it's like...
Are you serious, bro?
What just happened?
Exactly.
But the point with Goldust, he looks constantly sad, though. So you can't really help it.
He's special.
Yeah. You know, his face is... You know, his features is like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm not really happy with the outcome.
Nope.
I would have had Cody Rhodes and Goldust win.
It gives us a chance to see what's going to happen further down the line with Goldust and such. Because, although, as far as I know, he's still not contracted longer than SummerSlam.
No. On the other hand, Ryback is a boring tag team.
Hopefully Ryback and Kurt Axel will...
split up and do something for themselves.
Exactly.
Because they did work, kind of. I didn't like Kurt Axel anyways, but Ryback was interesting, and then he got put over and
then he became a
down.
bully, and then he joined...
Down.
Yeah, he became a bully, joined Paul Heyman, had a fallout with Paul Heyman, got Curtis with him, and they formed a tag team for some reason.
Yeah. And so to the most non-interesting match for the whole evening, which is Rusev with Lana, of course, versus Big E, and Big E was submissed.
It was forced into submission.
Forced into submission, thank you. By Rusev.
Rusev always makes people tap out, so in the end it was a 3-minute 37 match, and... Yeah.
And Rusev is, as usual, uninteresting.
Exactly. The pay-per-view would not have been any worse without it.
Or better.
Exactly.
It's just a filler, I would say.
Which brings us to another interesting filler.
Yeah.
You had Bo Dallas versus Kofi Kingston.
Who won?
Nobody!
Nobody!
Because the big red monster came and wreaked havoc.
Yeah. And this match actually lasted for under a minute, so it was like... What?
And they're off, and Kane's there, and chaos, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
More Kane.
More Kane. Well, hopefully he won't burn himself out before the time goes.
Exactly.
So. But still, they had a rematch, and...
Bo won.
Bo won.
I don't like Bo.
No, me neither.
Is...
I'm not a believer.
I do not believe.
I do not believe.
I will never believe. I'm not even sure why I'm saying believe. It's a horrible word.
Yeah, it's just like being a believer, and it disgusts me.
Yeah, I think I'd rather be a believer than a
believer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but yeah.
Still.
So, going over to some bad news. Or good news.
Exactly.
Yeah, because he defeated Rob Van Dam, which is good.
Also,
yeah, we want him to still be the champion, the Intercontinental champion.
Yep. He's had to redefend it in a triple threat match, and he retained there as well.
Yeah.
In the aftermath, so that's also kind of cool.
And Bad News Barrett is doing well. Rob Van Dam is not old; it's just used up,
stale.
I don't think he's a good wrestler.
Yep,
a good technical wrestler, high flyer, but
he's got educated feet, as they say.
Yeah, but he's not interesting in any way.
Nope.
So for us, he's just.
It's cool that there is no dudes and such, but it's not our cup of tea.
Nope,
I'm saying that a lot.
But tea is good.
Exactly.
Right now, coffee.
Kingston? Yeah. No.
We're done.
Anand?
Kofi Anand.
Anyway. Next matchup would be John Cena versus Bray Wyatt.
Which is a match I was looking forward to.
It was an awesome match.
Yeah.
But the ending.
Yeah. As much as I hate to say this, it was a good thing seeing the aftermath, though.
Of course, but at the moment,
it he won.
Exactly.
John Cena won.
So he's still the same old boring Cena.
Yeah. So without the aftermath, that was a depressing moment because it was a cool way to win.
Of course.
Cool way to win.
He had no way of getting out. I was hoping he was going to take a cane or something and just burst through the cabinet or something, but...
Yeah, but no.
Nope.
But it was a very, very good match.
Yep.
It was.
An awesome match.
Very good match.
It lasted for almost half an hour.
Yeah, and that's the way a last man standing match should be.
Yeah, if it had lasted any shorter, people would have been disappointed, I think.
Yeah. It will be like an 30-minute Iron Man match instead of a 60-minute.
Yeah, exactly.
Which brings us to another kind of interesting thing.
It was an awesome match.
Yeah.
Because they're so good with each other.
Oh yeah, Paige and Alicia.
Yes, of course.
This is the two divas. They're active at the moment because we have Tamina Snuka out with injury.
We didn't know that last time.
No, we didn't know that last time. I figured it out, and right, she's out with injury. That's why she's not wrestling. So we hope she's coming back soon.
What I do like about it is that WWE is trying to build a credible villain for Paige because Paige is young and she's a babyface.
Yeah.
And Alicia Fox is doing the part so very, very good right now.
She's very over the top and she's working on my nerves, but it's good because it brings back some attitude to the WWE. And
what Alicia Fox is doing at this point in time is something you would never think a diva to do, which is what makes it awesome.
And she's working, as you say, a Stone Cold Steve Austin vibe.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like none of the superstars have, until this date after the Attitude Era, as far as I know, walked up to an audience member and stolen his drink.
Yeah, and she's been doing it over and over again.
And everything is like, or the hat stealings and the crown stealings
Yeah.
of JBL.
Some
and
people
Kane.
might say it's a bit childish, but it really, really builds character.
She is childish,
But
and
in a
she's
good
now,
way.
Yeah, and now Alicia Fox is getting interesting because she's actually having a character. She's
Exactly. She's
having a
breaking
purpose.
She's breaking out of the usual diva mold with being I'm pretty and I can do something, but that's about it.
So yeah, I'm interested to see what happens with Alicia Fox in the future.
I do think that if they want to build Paige, she will have to surrender the title at some point, because else that will be a bit boring as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
but still,
hopefully by the next pay-per-view.
Yeah. If that's the matchup, though.
Of course.
So, which brings us to the last match of the evening.
So far, the Payback Pay-Per-View has been really good, actually.
Yeah. Including this match, because the match was freaking awesome.
Yep.
It was awesome.
You wouldn't believe it if you hadn't seen it. We're of course talking about the Shield versus Evolution.
Oh yes.
And it was
oh my god.
6-man elimination tag team matchup.
No holds barred.
Exactly.
No holds barred.
So if you get eliminated, bye.
Yeah. It wasn't a tag team match most of the time.
Nope.
It was more like a false count anywhere and stuff like that.
Except you had to be eliminated in the ring.
Yeah. But it was it was brutal. It was exhausting for the participants. It was
Was it Seth Rollins that jumped down from the Titantron?
Yeah.
Yes.
So he did it again.
Exactly, just from a different place.
From the Titantron.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody expected anyone to show up there and
Nobody
jump
expects the Spanish Inquisition.
But yeah, it was so good match, and the ending was disappointing for you.
Yes, of course, but I mean, the Shield knocked out every single member of Evolution without losing anyone themselves.
Yeah.
And that's quite a feat.
It is. Which brings us to you didn't like the outcome of this match.
Of course not.
But Monday Night Raw.
Yes, that was
Shield comes out.
Interesting.
Shield comes out. Of course, brags about beating Evolution.
Mm-hmm.
Brags about beating everyone without losing a member themselves. Evolution comes out. Or Evolution comes first, by the way. And Batista quit.
Straight.
Batista quit.
Batista went booed out.
What?
We do know in the aftermath that the quit was a kayfabe.
Yeah. By the way, yeah, we look at it this way. It's a show that we enjoy to watch, and we don't like to get spoiled and stuff like this, but we don't see anything as this as reality. We know that Batista has a contract for a couple of years, is it?
Exactly,
I think
and the only reason he went away was to promote the new Marvel film he's in.
Yeah, so as you probably already noticed, we're brutally honest with this talks, and
wrestling is fake, but it's not fake.
yeah.
That's our take on it, I think.
Well, you put it like this, as it's been said before, wrestling is fake, but action is real.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That works.
So, scripted stuff and stuff like this, we say our opinions on what's happened, and if we don't like the writing, we say we don't like the writing.
We also operate with no holds barred. But anyways, they had a scheduled 3-on-3 match with the Shield later in the evening.
Yeah.
This, of course, now turned into a 2-on-3 match because Batista quit.
Yeah.
And we were all waiting to see what would happen. So Shield's in the ring.
And Seth Rollins picks up a chair.
No, Evolution comes out.
Oh yeah, they come out.
And Triple H is smug as ever and
carrying his signature.
No, he got it later, didn't he?
No,
it was actually
came out
yes,
with it.
Yes, he did.
Protection, you know.
Exactly. And the Shield is like, yeah, come on, and Triple H is going on and saying something about Evolution never backing down, etc.
Yeah.
And I think it's Roman Reigns,
dude,
and what's that?
Ambrose, Dean Ambrose.
Dean Ambrose, of course, went forward to face Evolution, and Seth Rollins was just hanging a bit behind, grabbing a chair.
Yeah,
and then okay.
The thing is that he lined up with them, and then he hung back again, and
before you know it, is smacking Roman Reigns with a chair.
The thing is that I was spoiled on this, but I didn't know how it happened.
I also knew that something was. I knew the outcome. I just didn't expect that.
And so we have one of the most interesting and coolest heel turns in quite a time.
Well, arguably Shield was heel, but
no, they weren't heel now. Evolution was the heel.
In this matchup, perhaps, but in the overall picture.
So, they start out as a heel. They continue as a heel for almost 2 years. And then they turn face-ish. To protect, because justice.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of them goes, the creator as they call it,
the architect,
and then turns heel.
And it was a thing of beauty.
It was awesome. And I can't be mad at this, because it's yeah.
But
so my question is really, what do you think, because Evolution lost, you didn't like this.
Nope.
What do you think of the Shield kind of have a split, and Seth Rollins joining Evolution?
Despite Evolution losing the battle, they won the war.
Yeah. And this is why some things get interesting, because in the aftermath, this last Monday, it is now, we haven't watched
this Friday
Night SmackDown yet, so this one is posted before that, before we watched it. So there's a tag team match between the Shield, which is now Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose, which is 2 of them, against the Wyatt family, which is 3.
Yep.
What's gonna happen?
They need a third person.
They need a third person. And so, another ingenious thing happens.
I don't like it.
Well, the thing is, you never expected him to show up.
The only reason he's there is because of Bray Wyatt.
Probably.
He doesn't care about the Shield, he just cares about getting Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, the thing is that he's already gotten Bray Wyatt.
He just wants to destroy him permanently, I think.
So the question now is, of course, John Cena comes out and joins the Shield to face the Wyatt family. Is he going to join the Shield?
No.
Would it be interesting if he did?
It would force him to reevaluate most
his
of
values.
His... Yeah.
Yes, which is the thing that I've been wanting for a long time now, because it's getting so boring.
Yeah, the Shield did beat on Cena quite a lot.
Yeah, they've beaten on everyone.
Mm-hmm. But Cena came out and I was like, ugh, this is so boring.
But it was cool because it wasn't expected, though.
Exactly, but White should have won the match, but they didn't.
Yeah, they should have won. But hopefully, the WWE writers have a meaning for this, have a purpose for this happening, because they did have a purpose on the Shield winning against Evolution, and then Batista quit, and Seth Rollins betrays the Shield, goes to Evolution,
and Cena joins with Shield temporarily.
Temporarily, at least. So hopefully something interesting is going to come after this.
Yep.
Which was the whole thing. So
we'll see what happens down the pipeline.
Yeah.
Another thing that happened on the pay-per-view was Bryan had a choice of surrendering his title or Brie would get fired.
Yeah. And so Brie quit.
Yeah, Brie quit. She didn't get fired.
No.
And Stephanie was...
Did you see the face when she was slapped?
Yeah, I thought.
It was freaking
I'm not
awesome.
sure why she was that, because she usually has bones in her nose.
Yeah, but I think she didn't expect it, probably.
It might be.
But then again, it might have not been planned at Slap, so maybe she was like...
Yep.
What?
But the stupid thing about this is, even though she quit, Brian still got stripped.
Yeah. And one thing, I shouldn't like it, but I accept it, because if Brian is too injured to compete, and it's been this pay-per-view and the next pay-per-view, nothing happens with
Exactly. We need a fighting champion.
Yeah, we need a fighting champion.
Next...
And we've seen it with the championships earlier that
Take the US champion, for example.
Yeah, it has. Finally, something's happening, but it was kind of vacant.
Yep. But the next pay-per-view, which is Money in the Bank, the Money in the Bank ladder match will now be for the title, not for an opportunity for the title.
Exactly. This will be interesting.
Exactly.
Now, I'm not sure why they've done it like this. This might be just coincidence because of what happened with Brian. But there's one thing about the Money in the Bank I want to say, because after they joined the two championships, there's no point in having two ladder matches during the pay-per-view.
Of course not. They will only have one.
Yeah, that's a bit boring.
Yep.
A bit boring.
Of course.
Because I think it was cool to have two different championships.
They might do a Divas part of it, though.
That would be cool.
Giving
Divas
them
ladder
more...
match.
Yep.
Yeah. Should be. Now they have joined the two championships. There's more space for...
Exactly. WWE make it happen.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be awesome. And so... the Money in the Bank pay-per-view isn't as interesting as it could have been.
Nope.
Anymore. But
we
because
do
of
not
this...
know all that's going to happen, because it's still some time off.
Yeah, and we're waiting for the announcement of the last three competitors.
For the Money in the Bank ladder match, yeah.
Yeah. Of the ones in there right now...
Orton auto-qualified.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Nope, me neither.
But
also...
That's Bad News Barrett.
No, wasn't it Sheamus?
Yeah, they had the match, of course. Yeah, so Sheamus is in.
But Sheamus is already US champ.
Yeah.
So he's going to lose that at some point, I believe.
Probably.
Yep.
Or
unless he's not going to win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Or they can have him have...
3 belts.
Dual champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. When they have joined the belts, why
not
make
just
a new one?
make a separate one, yeah.
You know why?
Because they just made one of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Exactly.
So, I don't know. What's left to talk about right now?
There's been, I think it was 2 days ago, some people have been future endeavored, as they say.
Yeah. They have been released from the contracts from WWE, and we agree with some of it. And
most
we
of the people,
disagree with some
of the people haven't been seen for quite some time.
Yeah.
But some of them was like, why?
So basically, the ones we don't really care about happenings.
We'll start on the top, I think.
Yeah. So JTG.
JTG.
Who? Okay, to be honest, who the hell is he? I have no idea. I've never seen him.
Oh, I've seen him.
Cool.
He actually had a image change done to him by Alicia Fox as well.
Really?
Because he was really boring before, and then they figured out he needed an image change, and Alicia Fox styled him up, and he got a bit more interesting.
When did this happen?
Some time ago.
Yeah, apparently I didn't notice.
But anyway, but yeah, it wasn't at all interesting.
No.
So I couldn't care less about that, actually. The next one would be Drew McIntyre.
Why not just include Jinder Mahal as well, because both of them were in 3MB?
Yep. Both of those came as a shock to us.
Yeah, I'm not pleased with this.
They were just glorified jobbers at this point, but still.
And to be honest, of the 3 members in 3MB,
Drew McIntyre is the best one.
Drew McIntyre is the best one.
Was the best one.
Was the best one.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna release someone, it should be Heath Slater, I would say.
Yep.
He has been glorified jobber for too long.
Yep.
Nothing is happening with him except he.
They might be doing something with him now.
Yeah, because there's no more 3MB.
Exactly.
But Drew McIntyre should have been pushed instead, taken out of the 3MB, made something out of.
Yep.
He had potential. He's a good wrestler, and could have been an interesting. Had an interesting gimmick and done something interesting.
Yep.
Jinder Mahal, his heel part was pretty cool, but.
I like the part where he had his holy headpiece and such.
Yeah,
and do not touch it, and it needs to be in a glass container, and you're not worthy and such.
I got a holy turban.
That's racism.
Yeah, sorry for that. It's not intentional.
Anyway,
Oksana.
The next one to be Future Endeavor was Oksana.
Yeah.
People have said she's been botching a lot.
Yeah, I haven't noticed it, but...
She caused an eye problem to one of the Funkadactyls, and that was apparently a botch.
Yeah.
Which ruined her momentum. So, partly because of that, and partly because she's apparently not a good wrestler.
No, I've never been a big fan of Oksana anyways.
No,
really.
She's more of a model than anything else.
Yeah.
And supposedly Chris Jericho has once said that she's not a good wrestler as well, so...
Yeah. And Kurt Hawkins?
Kurt Hawkins, yeah. He was in a tag team with... Lord of the Dance.
Yeah. Before he became the Lord of the Dance.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was in a tag team with
Fandango.
Kurt Hawkins. Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
He hasn't appeared in a long time. Nope. Nothing has happened.
Can't say it's...
It doesn't bother me.
Exactly.
Theodore Long bothers me a bit because it could have been something good done with him.
Of course, but they've used the shtick with him, and he just got lesser and lesser parts, and in the end, he just worked off screen.
Yeah.
And they got too many people working off screen, so.
Yeah. Also, Camacho.
Yeah, Camacho was also part of a tag team in Unico.
Yeah. We haven't seen him since.
Unico
we haven't seen any of them.
Well,
actually.
Isn't Unico now Sin Cara?
No.
Yeah, I think it did take the part.
Probably.
I think so. I'm not going to say it 100%, but I think...
Don't quote us on this.
Exactly. I do think that Sin Cara is Unico.
I'm going to double check this.
We'll check it.
And eventually say something about it in the next talk.
Yep. Or make a comment in the video or something. We'll see.
So,
Brodus Clay.
Brodus Clay.
After he split with the Funkadactyls and was going to do a heel turn, he fell apart and nobody's seen him since.
Nothing happened.
Exactly.
Brodus Clay came in as a big brute, badass, and
turned into a happy-go-lucky dinosaur.
Yeah,
for kids.
Dancing dinosaur. So, well, as a person that can work with the kids, good thing.
Yep.
But as long as they don't do anything about him and evolve him somehow,
it's going to get stale.
Evolve him somehow. Oh my god!
You evolved the dinosaur, eh? But his shtick is used up, so
yeah. They could have been done. Could have. A lot of good things. He was a good wrestler, actually.
Interesting,
and could have been done interesting things with him.
The roster is too big, and so he got Future Endeavor as well.
Yeah, and so on to Evan Bourne.
Yep, I haven't seen him for quite some time. He did get not fired, but he used some stuff, so he got a timeout twice.
Yeah,
and then he got an injury last year or a year before that or something.
Yeah, probably.
And after that, he just didn't recover and come back. So
Evan Bourne didn't really do a lot out of himself the last 2 years.
Yep.
And so on to Yoshitatsu.
Yep, Yoshitatsu, the short Japanese guy, who didn't speak a lot of English.
They could have done a lot with him, but he was just used as comic relief, and even his theme song was comic relief. It was just, it was a bad version of Doink the Clown.
Well, I think it was more interesting than Doink. But...
it could have been used in a good way. Like sometimes you have a manager which is there because the wrestler isn't very good at the mic. Mm-hmm. So
they could have done that.
Could have done something like that.
Exactly.
But
he could have been the next Paul Heyman guy. And the last one that got featured in the was Mark Harris, a referee.
It doesn't really bother me at all.
No, not really. I can't.
There's enough referees, I think.
I know. Only thing I remember was dark-skinned and not used very often.
Probably. It might be because he did a bad job as well. We don't know.
Yeah.
How a referee in WWE can do a good or bad job in general, I don't really know, because it's usually kayfabe. But
Well, I couldn't tell you either.
No.
But I think that wraps it up for this time.
Yeah, and nothing more to talk about, actually. Except if there's something you would have wanted us to talk about, please mention in the comments.
Yep.
Down there.
Exactly. And we'll try to see if we can't bring it up in our next talk.
Yeah. And so next talk will be before the next pay-per-view with some predictions and stuff.
Yep. Probably.
If we're lucky, we will be able to do that Saturday, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, the paper isn't this next weekend, is it?
No, it's 2 weeks away.
Exactly. So the next WWE Talk will probably be the day before the next pay-per-view.
Yeah. Except if something happens that we really would like to talk about, we might do that. But
exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
for now, I've been FrostMist.
Yeah, and I've been Yammark.
And we'll see you.
And remember to comment on this, rate it, subscribe.
Yep. Yeah. All that good
stuff. We really appreciate it.
And thank you for watching this.
Yes, thank you very much. So, see you
later.